Yeah, it's kind of time to take a look at 2023 Belmont Stakes to a contender update for May 22nd. And the best handicap angle to find the Belmont winner. And this is a field. So far, I got Angel of Empire, third in the Kentucky Derby, winner of the Arkansas Derby. Brad Cox has been high on this horse as a Belmont horse. And then you got Tappet Trice, one of the Bluegrass. And, as history shows, betting a Tappet in the Belmont is not a bad way to go. And you got Forte, who was the favorite for the Derby before he got scratched, of course. And, he didn't run in the Pritz. This will be his first start off with a nice little layoff. So be curious to see how he runs. National Treasure, winner of the Preakness. Kings Barnes, Red Rock 1, hit show. Arkansas, the connection, going to see how the horse works out the next week or two before they make a decision. But I would kind of expect Arkansas to be in the field, and I'm sure there'll be a couple other horses added. I wouldn't be surprised to see this maybe be a 10, 11 horse field when it's all said and done. It'd be one of the, I think, the better Belmonts in recent years. And we're going to get to the handicapping angle, and that's the Kentucky Derby to Belmont angle. And I left out 2020 for this because that was a weird year. You ran the Belmont first, and then I think the Derby, then the Preakness. So it was a little bit out of order, with it being the COVID year. So I didn't do that for this scenario. But 2022 had Mo Donegal, win the Belmont, ran in the Derby, skipped the Preakness. Central Quality, fourth in the Derby, skipped the Preakness, and went on to win the Belmont. Tapper, same thing. I think he got sixth in the Derby that year, then went on to win the Belmont. And then Creator, you know, finished like ninth or 10th in the Derby. He won the Arkansas Derby that year, but then went on to win the Belmont at like 20-1. So as you can see, for the last 7 years, a horse from the Derby has went on to win the Belmont. 2018 was Justify, who was a Triple Crown winner. 2015, American Pharaoh was a Triple Crown winner. If you're going to go a year back. And then 2019 was Sir Winston from the Peter Pan. So, for me, playing the Belmont this year, I'll certainly start turning some of these Derby horses. And, going back to the contenders, the ones that kind of fit the profile would be, Angel of Empire, Tappet Trice, Red, or not Red Dot One, but Hit Show, horses like that. And I'm sure there'll be a couple other ones that end up coming in the race with that same type of angle. But since 2016, and keep in mind, this is taken out the 2020 COVID year. I didn't want to put that in the handicap to kind of skew it just a little bit. But 12 of the 18 runners have filled in the Derby to Belmont Angle trifecta. So of the 18 runners in the top three since 2016 minus 2020, 12 of the 18 runners have came from Derby to Belmont. So to me, that is a very powerful angle to look for. And also to kind of add on to that, a horse like National Treasure, one of the Preakness. Some of the Preakness winners have done pretty decent at the Belmont in recent years. Like Ron Bauer, who won the Preakness, got third in the Belmont. And Skippy Longstocking, I think he ran in the Preakness too, and also got in the Belmont, in the top three. So certainly for that angle, looking at a Preakness winner, to fill out the trifecta in the Belmont's not a bad way to go. So keeping that in mind, I think the two horses that'll benefit the most will be Angel of Empire and Tappet Trice. As they both were, very highly bet, going to the Derby Trail, and now they're both being appointed. Pletcher's won this race, numerous times with Mo Donegal, and then Tapper. He did get second with Destin in 2016. Crater beat him out of head bob at the wire. And then in the year that Justify won in 2018, Venerosa ran a really good race. He finished fourth that year, but he could make a case he ran the second best race out of anybody. So, certainly Pletcher's one to watch. Tappet Trice more fits the angle. They also got Forte, who was a Derby favorite. So to, try to cross him out, might be, you should really think about that before you leave the Derby winner off of there. But I think as I'm personally looking for playing it, it would be, Tappet Trice, Angel of Empire, and National Treasure seem like a pretty good way to go for the trifecta, if not, Boxman Exacta. But that's all for this update, guys. Thanks for watching. Plenty